Well, individual freedom and personal responsibility have been the cornerstones of liberal democracies for centuries. In recent decades, though, so-called liberals have systematically undermined these principles while ceding those freedoms and responsibilities to the ever-growing state. But there are pockets of resistance. In the United States, for example, the Supreme Court will soon hear a case first brought in 2014 to end the practice of so-called affirmative action, the preferential admission to universities for people from disadvantaged minorities. That same affirmative action is now applied by HR departments trying to make themselves look good in this era of narcissistic corporate social responsibility. Such practices do nothing for those they seek to help because without merit, there will forever be an ambiguity about the person's true value as a student or employee. Hopefully, the Supreme Court will end this patronising tyranny of low expectations so the United States and by extension other liberal democracies like Australia can take one more giant leap towards ending discrimination once and for all. Another cornerstone of our liberal society is freedom of speech. But sadly, that is under more threat than ever, as the attack on Salman Rushdie proved on the weekend. Rushdie, aged 75, was allegedly attacked by a knife-wielding man just as he was about to deliver a speech for an institute in New York that is dedicated to bringing together cultures peacefully. Such an objective is often used by militants who are not interested in multicultural harmony. And when that happens, defenders of multiculturalism often bend over backwards trying to gloss over the obvious causes. Is this helpful or not? Let's bring in Gideon Rozner from the Institute of Public Affairs to discuss it. Gideon, welcome to the show.
Great to be back, my friend. Great to have my second week here on the show.
Oh, it's a record run, mate. So let's keep it up. You're a very popular guest here on ADH and always welcome. Now, firstly, let's look at how this attack was reported in Australia. The ABC described Rushdie as a, quote, fierce critic of religion across the spectrum and outspoken about oppression in his native India, including under the Hindu nationalist government of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Gideon, does this suggest Rushdie was attacked by Hindu nationalists?
I guess in a way it kind of does. That's a bizarre way to characterise Rushdie, and not just this attack, but what he's been throughout his entire career. You know, it wasn't a Hindu person or somebody with sympathies towards Hindu nationalists that allegedly stabbed Narendra Modi, Salman Rushdie. It was someone I understand who was a sympathiser with Iran, somebody who posted pictures of the Ayatollah of Iran on his Facebook feed. That, to me, seems like the more newsworthy thing. It wasn't Narendra Modi who put out a fatwa against Salman Rushdie. It was the Ayatollah of Iran. I guess this is just an attempt to throw a smokescreen over and obscure what the main driver and what the main motive behind this attack was, which to me just seems like not just ideological, but bad journalism, seriously bad journalism. And of course, in the case of the ABC, it's bad journalism that you and I foot the bill for.